Hey guys, we are here with our new Imagine 29 10 BH. This is our third trailer. Just picked this up yesterday, so brand new. Haven't done anything with it yet as far as using it or anything, but this is our second Grand Design. Our first one, or Imagine Grand Design, our first one was a 2400 BH. And we got this one, how long did we have the 24? 3 years almost?
Just under 3 years.
We got this one because the 2400 was just a little bit too small. This one is 5 feet roughly longer.
It's pretty much
exactly,
5
yeah.
feet longer. Yeah.
Than the 2400.
So we really kind of fell into the old, well, I'm not sure if we did it backwards or not. So the first trailer we had was a Wildwood, and it was a bit long. It was longer than the 2400 BH, but shorter than this one. And we wanted to downsize. I wanted lighter and shorter just to make towing it easier and getting it in and out of places. And now we've gone bigger than both of our previous trailers. And a lot of times I think folks, they start really big and then they downsize. So we went medium, small to larger now.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, we're a bit all over the place.
Now, part of the reason that we went from the Wildwood, which was shorter than this one, but longer than our last one, was because we had a kiddo that was leaving the nest. She was going into the Navy. So we were down a kid. That also kind of factored into downsizing, right?
Yeah.
We had one less dog than we have now. And our dog is actually
Probably the reason we're got this one.
Not the reason, but part of the reason why the 2400 was just too small. Yeah. He's we have a bulldog, and then we have a Connie Corso, and he is a big boy. He's basically the size of a person. Well, he is the size of me. He's 130 pounds. So we just needed something a little bit bigger. But we really loved the 2400, right?
Yeah.
Great trailer. No problems with it, which is why we went with Imagine.
Yeah, that Wildwood was it was close to being a lemon.
Yeah, the Wildwood we had some issues with. Now we took that cross country twice. We do a cross country trip every year to go see family from Virginia to Montana. So that one did 2 trips. The first trip was a little bit of a, well, that kind of showed.
2400 did it 3 times.
Yes.
It had a tire issue, but that wasn't the trailer's fault.
So the Wildwood, you could see the wear and tear from the trips, and the Imagine, or the Grand Design Imagine, it wasn't showing any wear and tear. So we went with Imagine again because of that. We're really impressed with the 2400 and how everything went, minus the tire explosion. But I will link the 2400 and the Wildwood, our 2 previous trailers, if you want to see those. But this one, very similar.
Yeah, a lot of it is exactly the same as the 2400.
Yeah.
So, all the Imagines have many of the same features, obviously.
Yeah, so very similar, just bigger. And a little bit different layout with where the bathroom is and stuff. So we'll just jump into here with everything that it's got.
So this is, electric jack. It's really slow, but it's better than cranking down. And the Grand Design started putting the model number on the whatever this is called.
What is it called?
I can't remember. Anyway, so if the power's out, you can still do it. Very, very standard. It's got a light. So if you're doing it in the dark and you need some light on what you're doing, very, very standard. 20-pound tanks. Our Wildwood had bigger, I want to say 30-pound. I think that's the correct term, pound. Anyway, I actually asked the dealer if they could give me bigger tanks, and for some reason they don't do that. But that's what our 2400 had. We upgraded to a 5th wheel battery. We have it in our brain. Well, we had it in our brain that we were going to do some boondocking, nothing major. And I asked if I could get a second battery, and they said, well, this is a much cheaper option, and it's almost as good as 2 batteries. So we did get an upgraded battery.
So this right here is different, right? They put more of this on now? It doesn't really look like it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. And this is like diamond plate. This is, it's almost like a Line-X or Rhino lining. Really, they should just do the whole front in this. But, you know, the 2400 wore really well, so I expect the same out of this one.
And it's got the lights on.
Yeah, so we'll do that. So I actually think those are for transporting at night. The dealer called them drunk lights, so when you're drunk, you can find your trailer.
Well,
nothing beats the Wildwood had the best lights.
The Wildwood did have the best lights.
The undercarriage lit up.
Yeah. Those aren't picking up real well on camera, but yeah, there they are.
So, I don't know. I don't think it's just unique to Grand Design, but they did their all-in-one. I can't think of the term. Anyway, so you hook your water up. It goes through the floor here. You can hook your TV cable up. It all goes through here, so this can close and lock. And you can fill your fresh tank from here. You got your battery disconnect. You have your GFCI. And they did this for heated hoses. I hooked a vacuum cleaner to it, and I hooked my compressor to it. So it's just convenient to have that there. I don't know if you've caught this. So it used to be the trailers would come with solar prep, which was all fine and good, but it took a lot more than to actually have solar. This actually has a solar panel on the roof, and the tender, whatever that means, is right here. So this is actually really nice for boondocking or going down the road, because it's charging. If it's in the daytime and it's sunny, it's charging all the time.
So is that what it's showing right there? Is that it's charging? Okay.
Yeah, and this is the power. Whoops. That's the power that it's producing, is how I understand it. Don't quote me on that. Battery disconnect, so if it's in storage, you disconnect it so the battery's not working, charging or draining.
And there's the space in there.
Yeah, this Grand Design is awesome in this regard. So it's got a full pass-through, and it's huge.
Yeah, that's really big.
Yeah, really nice space. These lights you can set it on motion or on.
Oh, nice.
This has a tire monitoring. It's prep, so you could get if you wanted tire pressure monitoring as you're going down the road, you get that brand, and it'll talk to the tires will talk to it and monitor. It's got an outdoor shower.
Is that what that's?
Yeah, that's what that is.
That's an outdoor shower.
And you have hot. You do have hot and cold.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Actually, spray down the dogs.
Yeah. Fresh water fill up if you don't want to do it internally. And our 2400 was on the other side, which is silly because the hoses hook from this side. So this is actually nice. I appreciate that they put that on this side. Down here is that's the fresh water drain.
What's that one?
So that's your kitchen. Oh. No, I'm sorry. In this one, that's probably your bedroom. I'm sorry.
Bathroom.
Try that again. This is the bathroom gray tank for your shower and sink.
Yeah, right there, gray tank.
Here's the black tank for the sewage. And here's the gray tank for the kitchen. So those may be switched. This has 3 tanks. One for the kitchen, one for the bathroom, and then the black tank for the sewage. And then this is the black tank spray out. You can hook water to that and clean it out. And then this, and I've used this before, setting up or breaking down in the dark. It has a light you can turn
nice.
to. Yeah, really nice. One thing this one has that the other one doesn't is all these travel lights are LED now.
Okay.
Where before they were not. And you'll see when we get inside, this has got a bigger slide than our last one. I think they call this a super slide because it's got the dinette and the couch. This does not have power jacks, so this is just your standard crank down stabilizer jacks. I don't know if you can see you can see the solar. You can see the solar panel from here.
Yeah. That black panel.
Yeah. And looking at the roof now, this unit has 2 AC units, so one specifically for the bedroom, and then one for the main compartment and bunk space. And so this is actually a 50 amp. It's a 50 amp service, and most travel trailers, I would say, are 30 amp. This is one of my favorite new features. So the way they have the bunk room set up in front, instead of having the access where you lift the bed up, they just put a door back here, and they've got a tray, so you can have wet gear back here. Let's say that you have your cooler and you forget to put the drain plug in. It's not going to get into the cardboard-esque type material that the trailer's made of and make it rot and swell. So this was a really nice addition.
Yeah, nice storage space. Which is kind of the theme with these, is the storage.
Yeah.
So
it's got a backup camera prep. So if you wanted a backup camera, that's where it would go.
Ladder to the roof.
Here's another spray port. So you got your gear, your wet gear, and you're cleaning yourself off. It's just cold. This one doesn't have hot, but that's what that is. I try not to be a stereotypical man in a lot of ways, but I'm just totally geeked out over this outdoor kitchen. One thing I don't like, and I have yet to hear a good argument. So on the 2400, the awning, which is, as you can see, is huge. It spans most of the trailer. It actually went and it covered the outdoor kitchen. So if it was raining, I had some cover. Now apparently this is only for sun, but come on. If it's not raining hard, we're using this. So if it's raining, we're not using this outdoor kitchen. It's had a little college. I call that a dorm room fridge.
Yep. Same as the 2400.
And one good thing is you can keep your juice boxes, water, sodas in here for the kids. And if they're out playing and they want something to drink, they can just come here instead of going in and out and in and out and in and out.
And tracking this.
Or when you're boozing it up next to the campfire.
Easy
not
access.
With the kids, just the adults. So
yes, good.
So our previous one had a 2-burner gas stove. This is a griddle, and so I think it's Blackstone. They make camping griddles, and everybody was getting rid of their other one and getting these. So Grand Design has gone with these. And so it's got a shelf here, it's got a light, and it's got a plug-in. So you got your grease guard, your splash guard, your heat guard, whatever. Grease catch, which is there. 3-burner for nice hot temperature and even cooking.
Nice.
Hopefully.
We'll find out.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. And so the propane hose is here. There's just a void back here, and you reach down. It comes out, and it's got a LP hookup right there, and so you can hook the griddle to it, or let's say you had an exterior standalone system, which a lot of people take camping, and you can hook it up to here.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this out. And all this is all, even the knobs just look nicer.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. That should be fun to use. And it locks in.
Oh, okay, good. And we did use our outdoor kitchen on our 2400 a lot. That was one of those things that we didn't have on the Wildwood, so we didn't know if it was something that was gimmicky.
I may have said it was gimmicky.
But it wasn't for us. We definitely used it a lot, so it's nice to have that.
Yeah, so Another cool thing that they've done is they put the spare tire underneath, so it's not rotting in the sun and it's not taking up space.
Under?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. There
so
it
that's
is.
how you get that down. It came with Goodyear endurance tires, and we have previous videos where we had China bombs, and it blew on a trip, and it caused a ton of damage, and it took 2 years to get fixed.
Yeah, it took 2 years to get that fixed.
And endurance tires will blow, but they're not as prone.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really awesome deal that those come standard now.
And they started doing that, I think, a year
after.
or yeah,
so
after
in 21, I think.
21, yeah, exactly. Because our previous was a 20.
This is the manual for the slide.
Oh, that's the manual for the slide.
So if you have to do it manually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real neat thing. We haven't tested it out, so I don't know if it's cool or not, but it looks cool to me. That's rule number one. This is an on-demand hot water heater, so there's no tank anymore. You don't have to bypass it in the winter. You don't have to worry about it running dry. It's on demand, and it's gas heated, so it's responsive. And I'll show you where there's actually a control system for it inside. Outdoor speakers, marine grade, so it doesn't matter if they get wet.
LED lights on the awning.
Our Wildwood had you could do all sorts of crazy lights and things. This is just no frills light.
Yeah.
This is the hood for the kitchen inside, and you actually have to physically come out and open it.
Okay.
Apparently wasps like to build their nests in there.
Makes sense.
So,
we had them build them in our air conditioner.
so caution. Furnace.
Okay.
Here's an outlet, so if you want to hook your TV or whatever, you have power option there. This is for a cable.
Okay.
And then here's the other side of that pass-through. And it's got another outlet right here.
And another light.
Yep, so super user-friendly.
Yeah, very nice.
So you have a lot of power options on either side of the trailer.
So these doors have the
slam.
The slam.
They're slam bag is what they're called.
Slam bag.
Yeah.
Close.
So if you watch our previous video, you will know that we hate those steps back there.
Those, yeah.
So we've kind of got it's a half and half kind of deal here. So because this is longer, it's the master bedroom. I think that's the term.
Mm-hmm.
The front bedroom has its own door, and this is not a resistant hinge or anything. It's just a no frills door, and we've already found out that when the awning's down, it's real easy to slam this in there.
Yeah.
But the bathroom's up front, right next to the bedroom. So when you're traveling and you stop, pull over to use the bathroom, it's just a real quick drop the steps. The steps aren't down, getting dirt on them, getting muddy, other than what's coming off of your feet. Go use the bathroom, and then they just flip up.
Yeah.
I really do, and I know people love those.
They do. That was like a controversial subject on our last video, we didn't like those.
I would not choose to have those.
I wouldn't either. And the simple fact is, as I will show when you put those up.
We'll go right now. It's been raining, or you pull over and you have to access your trailer, and it's snowy, muddy, rainy, dirty, and then you go to get on down the road again.
And guess what?
And it's all draining.
Yeah,
and
the moisture, everything. And we got a lot of people saying, well, just clean them off. Well, when you're traveling 12, 13-hour days, it's not realistic to have what you need on hand to clean these off.
My answer to that is yes, but if you had those,
you wouldn't
have to clean them off.
And the thing is, it's not realistic though. I mean, I guess you can do that, but who wants to do that? Yeah. I don't.
You know, when you have the spray port over there, so you could pull and spray them, and then all the water gets in there. Oh well, then you have to have a towel, and you're not going to change my mind.
No one's changing my mind on that one either. We hate them. If you love them, great. We do not. And you know what? They are. Let's give the positives. They are stable, and if you're just using these at like a campsite where you're not lifting them up and down, like you are when you're traveling.
If in a long-term setup,
they're
where
great.
You're setting it and living in it for a bit, they're great.
Otherwise, not.
So this door has the resistant hinges.
Yeah.
The wind will eventually grab that, but
and I do really like those resistant hinges.
It's pretty rare that the wind takes those. I think that's it for the outside.
Okay.
It has a full walk-on roof. The ladder is 300-pound rated. Yeah.
All right. Moving on in. Start at the entry here.
So, a couple of things. They put a light here, and you can put it on motion.
Okay, cool.
So when you walk in,
it comes on.
It comes on.
And it's just that one. It doesn't control any of the other ones. All right.
So this is your hot water heater control, and it's going to tell you when somebody turns the water on, it turns on, and it tells you what the temperature is until it gets to what it's set at. You can set it up or down, and I guess the trick to this is you actually set it at, let's say that you like the water at 105. So you set it at 105, and when you're taking a shower, you don't turn on the cold water at all. So you're not having to figure out the mix of hot and cold. You just tell the system that you want it at 105, and there you go. They showed me this when I picked up the trailer yesterday. They actually had water hooked up, and it's pretty responsive, and it does work pretty quickly. So it's pretty nice. This is neat. So when you're not next to it, it's not lit up all the time. When you walk up to it, it'll come on.
So it's motion sense?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the little motion sensor.
Pretty straightforward. It's got your fresh water, your black tank, your gray tank, and your battery. And it has low, fair, good, and charged, or empty, 1/3, 2/3, or full. This is obviously for the battery, not for the tanks. Ceiling lights, exterior lights, and then if you're boondocking or you're camping in the winter, that's for your water pump that pulls the water from the fresh tank into the trailer. Your slide control, so you're awning in and out, your slide in and out. So the 2400 made a really space-age kind of noise, the slide. This one has it uses a different system because it's heavier, and so it sounds different. This is your traditional slide.
Okay.
The way it's designed and the way it works.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And this it's called Compass Connect, and it's an app for your phone. You hook it up with Bluetooth, and you can control the whole trailer. Everything that I just went through.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
You can control it with your phone.
Nice.
We haven't used it. I don't know. But it's there.
They changed the space.
Yeah,
here,
you don't have all that really deep space.
They've narrowed it too. It's more narrow and it's not as steep, but oh well.
Nice solid hooks. It's got a place for your shoes.
Did that stay the same?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's the same.
It looks like they have an extinguisher that's not safety recalled finally.
Oh, the last one was?
Oh, the last two, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's go with the bunk.
Okay. So as you walk in, you are right on the bunk room.
And this was one reason we got this layout. We like the idea of our offspring to have their own separate space, so when they're driving us nuts, we can send them to their room, which is not really why we did it, but you could. Nice, thick, the teddy bear
on both. Now our last one, the bottom one, was thinner than the top.
But that was because you could lift it up to access the space underneath it.
Yes, it had storage under it, so that's why.
The storage underneath this is accessed through the outside.
Outside, yeah.
Ton of light in here. So it's got your safety emergency exit window, but it has the blackout shades. So it's got a window for this bunk. It's got a window for this bunk, and then it's got the big window over here. So a lot of light.
Outlet on this bunk, not on.
Yeah, and this is
that USB up there?
Yeah, this is one thing that apparently Grand Design does, and it does frustrate me a bit. They really should have both on both.
Both on both, yeah, but oh well.
Yeah, that's minor. But now they have it's got the USB, the traditional and the USB-C.
Oh, I didn't see the C there. So that's nice.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's got a vent for AC coming right down on you.
Mm-hmm. And then the skylights.
Yeah. So the funny thing, of course, and I love the blackout shades. When you're outside the trailer and you're looking, you can't tell that the lights are on in there.
Yeah, they're really effective.
But you can't. There's no way to block the skylight. So if you're wanting to sleep in and you're light sensitive,
yeah,
and you're sleeping in here,
you're gonna get blasted with light.
You're gonna get this skylight. Another thing that the other trailers, both trailers didn't have, is storage for the kids, or the extra bedroom.
This has got great storage.
You can take this out and use it as a traditional to hang clothes.
Yeah.
And then it's got
all these drawers. Yeah, and they're all good size.
Yeah.
So those three are all the same. Well, this one is too. They're all the same size. A lot of storage.
And then here's the blackout shades. Really nice. The Venetian, I think is what they're called. Mm-hmm. They're not fun to deal with. These are awesome.
Yeah, those are great.
This has a TV prep.
Which we will be putting a TV in.
I actually have a TV. I'm just waiting for the mount to come in. And then so you can hook your satellite, your cable, the power. What we're going to do is hook an Xbox to it for video games and movies.
So that's the bunk room.
It comes with a detachable ladder, and when you're not using it, it typically just stores underneath there so it's not sliding around. But you have options. It can be fully inside the room, or it can be out here.
Door shut, so yeah, forgot to. So it's completely closed off room, which is really nice.
Okay. Goodness. Let's go here. The super slide. So again, and these windows open so you can get a nice cross breeze going. It's got the blackout shades, which is great. This model, and we didn't know what we were getting. We knew the layout, but we didn't know what it came with, so we just locked it down because we fell for the old, they're going fast thing. This came with all the bells and whistles, I think, that you can get. And so you can either get a trifold
sofa.
Couch.
Oh, yeah, sofa.
Or the theater seating. And this is fun. So it's got the lights. I don't know. People seem to love the lights. I know I do. It's got vibrate.
Yeah.
Different levels. And it's got heat.
And they both do that.
And then.
And they both recline.
Yep. And we've sat in a little bit.
And they have LED lights underneath them too. There we go. Yeah.
And a little space for the remotes. That's the only one that has that.
Another cup holder. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. Little space. And then it's got the USB and the C here, too, which is also really nice.
Yeah.
On the one side.
On the one side. I mean, you could stretch something from the bedroom, I guess, if you just had to.
Yeah.
Just a very simple dinette, but it's got storage underneath, so you can access it here. Or you can lift up that and access it there.
Same on that side. It's the same exact storage.
Yeah. This table raises up. It's fairly simple. I'm not going to do it though because I don't like wrestling with it. But this, so if you put these here, it's a bed.
It's a bed. Yeah.
So the difference is though is the ottoman. If you're going to use that as a sleeper.
You gotta pull that ottoman out.
The ottoman has to come out, but I wanted to show this anyway.
Oh look, there's something back there.
Tape. So this actually is designed to come out.
Yeah.
So if you want more space to sit, let's say you want two people on either side of the table, you would take this out and you would set it over here.
On the end,
So you could have 5 people sitting comfortably at the table. If you want to have this as a sleeper, then this would come out and that would slide in,
and the cushions
you would
come
do
down.
what I just showed.
Yeah.
So
same exact as the 2400.
yeah, the difference is they finished the inside.
Yes, they finished this, whereas it had the
it was the same as
the board on top.
Yeah, but really nice storage.
Yeah, great storage. The whole trailer has great storage.
I like how they've screwed those in because the tape doesn't last but about 3 seconds. Okay. Over here, this one comes with a smart TV, so you can hook it up to the internet, and it's got the different streaming services if you're subscribed. You can do that. It's got 3 HDMI inputs, a USB input, headphone input. So your modern TV. So this is something that apparently Grand Design is known for. They actually listen to feedback and make changes. So that's a little latch, right? So ours, whenever we'd go down the road, even though it's actually a pretty solid connection, it would flop. I don't know how it never broke. Yeah. So now it's got the latch to keep that down. A lot of space in here. We put our Xbox in here. The plug-in's right there, and then you hook the HDMI cable here, and it'll send it to the TV. You can hook your Bluetooth, so you can listen to music from your phone in there. It's also a radio, so you can listen to the radio, and it's got two different zones. So zone 1 is these speakers here. There's one here. And then zone 2 is the speakers outside, and I think you can actually
have them all
going at the same time. So if you want to blast Tom Petty for the neighbors, I say that because
you said that last time.
Yeah, the very first time we went camping, Tom Petty just died, and everybody was blasting Tom Petty.
Yeah, everybody was blasting Tom Petty.
I like Tom Petty, but I don't want to listen to other people's music.
Yeah.
Pantry, tons of storage.
Same pantry.
Above,
little different below now.
So they've added the drawers, which is actually pretty nice, I think. And then you have a little bit of cabinet storage there. And then you have your fuse panel here. And then if one of these fuses pops, the light will come on telling you which one it is.
Oh, that's nice.
This is one of the coolest differences. This fridge is massive.
It is very large. And I'm
super deep freezer. Mm-hmm. Just a ton of space. And then of course that translates down to the fridge as well. Love it. Now, this is basically it's basically a residential fridge. It doesn't have the little flip up bars to keep things from falling out. So when you're traveling, you gotta kind of be strategic about how you open your door. Things may come flying out. This is kind of neat. So it has, your temperature control, but if you're boondocking off grid, it has a setting where it still keeps your food cold, but not as cold as it could. Yeah, that's neat. And then you can just turn it off. Yeah. So another neat thing about the solar system. So there's the long-standing debate. So when you're traveling and you have a propane-fired refrigerator, do you go down the road with the propane on to keep your fridge on? And about half the people in the world say absolutely, and the other half say that's dangerous, and we don't do it. So the solar and the battery, this will run off of. I think the term is 12 volt. I could be wrong. Anyway, so this is not a propane fridge. Like the last one was. Correct. This is a solar, basically a shore power when you're plugged in, or it's a solar power when you're going down a road. Solar power / battery. Yeah, and that was kind of an issue for us just because it was different. Because our Wildwood didn't have that. It was running on a separate. It had an inverter, so it changed the power of the battery. Anyway, so I really like that. Just your absolute basic microwave. But it works really well. Yeah, they do. It'll get stuff hot. And actually, the oven on the other one worked really well too. And I think this is the same oven. Yeah. So you've got your light, fan, 3-burner stove. So you fold that up. A little bit of a splash guard.
This is nice. This is different.
Yeah.
Lights on there.
And that's the oven light and the lights.
And there's a little oven. But yeah, we used the other oven quite a few times, and it works. It works great.
And then here, one thing that's different from our previous model is when you have heat to a burner or the oven, the light turns red.
Okay.
You know, nice countertop. It's some sort of plastic composite. You got your outlets here and here. You got more lights if you wanted. You got your window you can open. This is nice. A lot of trailers don't have this. It has a fan, so if you're cooking or you want to off-gas some heat, it's got the fan there with the skylight. These cabinets are a carbon copy.
They're identical to the 2400.
And really nice storage.
Nice storage, yeah.
You got a little tiny cubby.
That one's identical too.
We did find a use for it.
Yep, we did. This little thing, I didn't find a lot of use for this.
Maybe spices.
Spices would be good. I put soap and stuff in there, but yeah, the drawer. I'm sorry.
It is designed for it because it's plastic.
These are the same.
Yeah.
And we forgot to show the ones underneath the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is the same. This pot drawer with the little pegs.
Yeah. So you put your pot here, and then you put the peg closest to it to keep it from rattling around. Or if it's a small pot, it'll stay on there.
These are new.
Yeah. So it's a dog serving. If you're feeding our dogs, you would not do this because you're going to get water and food
everywhere
in the drawer and in the cabinet.
If you have a tidier dog, that's actually a really cool little thing because it's right there at their level.
And then look, it's a wine rack.
Wine rack, yeah. And that comes out too.
Or if you both of them, if you just want to use them as drawers, you just take them.
Which is most likely what we will do.
You can put bigger utensils in here.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe barbecue.
That's probably what I'll do with that.
Yeah.
The dog dish is coming out though, like you said. Our dogs would just make a mess out of that.
Yeah. This is nice. It's pretty standard these days.
Yeah, I really like that in the last one though.
So you know, drying rack.
Yep. And what I would do is I would just do it like halfway and then. Yep.
That's nice.
They've changed the finish. It's all black now instead of, I believe it was like matte nickel in the last one.
This actually is very nice. So when we've gotten to where we're going, this will stay out a lot of times because it's just more counter space, and then you can put a trash can underneath there.
Yeah, we store a trash can under there. So I think that's it for the room.
One thing that Grand Design does is you'll notice there's no vents in the floor. They do all their venting through the furniture, so you get as much floor space as possible. The AC is ducted.
There.
You know, we've already shown that like the bunkhouse has a vent. These have vents, so it's not just blowing down on you. It's actually coming through ducts. But here's an example of this is the heater, and it's not in the floor. It's in.
And there's one in the. That's what that is in the bunkhouse in the bottom, right?
And underneath where your shoes go is one, as well. So they found kind of interesting ways to heat. So here's the one in here. So there's where the heat comes in there. It comes in under the shower. So the bathroom, a lot of space. Even when the doors are shut, there's a lot of space. It seems really big, of course, because there's rooms on both sides. But you got your cubbies for towels and toiletries. They're a little small, but they work. Yeah,
that's the same. We had this same cubby system in the 2400. And we had this same sink setup, essentially.
That's all the same. It has an outlet here.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So I'll show under here.
You can put a trash can in there.
Yep.
The little one. We put like extra toilet paper.
We put like the stuff for the toilet and stuff in there.
Yeah.
All the same.
You know, this is the bathroom, so that stays down. It looks like they've messed that up a little bit. They didn't mount it correctly.
Oh yeah, it's off center, huh?
Yeah, it'll still do its job though. Or I might just lose my mind and have to change that myself.
Mirror.
Mirror.
And medicine cabinet. This is funny. They give you a toilet paper, whatever you call that, roll. Yeah. And I didn't find that in our 2400 until I was cleaning it to move it, and it was down below there. So we never put our other one up.
I think a lot of people actually put it in here.
Right
here.
I put my toilet paper right there in the bottom thing.
This is actually a porcelain toilet.
Who
so
knew?
It's more stable.
Yeah.
But it's it's your
standard.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's nice that it's porcelain though.
Yeah.
And this is nice. I actually didn't see this before earlier when I came through here. Towel rack.
Mm-hmm. On the door.
On the door.
The shower, I've used the shower in the other one. It's nice. I'm 6'5". I'm not...
For reference, yeah, go ahead and get in there.
The shower pad is very firm, and I know they probably do that because there's stuff underneath it. But with the skylight, I can actually stand up straight.
That's kind of funny, though.
If you've ever deployed on a Navy ship, this is like gloriously spacious.
This is luxury. I like that. No, I like this door, or I did. And the problem is it's obviously easily damaged, but I liked that's just,
I mean, and it keeps the water in.
It does. It did a really good job, but it is easily damaged. So
the guy that was doing the walkthrough with me yesterday, he's like, yeah, I put a traditional rod on here because inevitably your wife will be in there showering and your kid will have an emergency to use the bathroom and they bump that.
And it
does that. It's like, yeah, I'm not real worried about that, but something to consider.
Yeah, something to consider.
But you can, if you want to customize it and just do a normal curtain,
yeah,
it does that.
We don't use it enough currently for that to really matter, I don't think.
Okay, so we're finally
moving on into the master.
Yeah,
I guess is what you call it. The door. And this door has, before you show that, it's the same exact mechanism for all three doors.
This one has a magnet. These two have magnetic catches, though the bunkhouse does.
Okay.
And surprisingly, that blocks a lot of sound.
The door?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So, queen, this is an RV queen, so it's a bit shorter.
Mm-hmm. What did we figure? That's about 5 inches shorter than a residential queen.
Yep. This is nice. It's got the support rods.
This is great storage. I loved it in the last one.
The addition is they've put this
sliding drawer,
which helps maximize that space.
Yeah.
Just real simple things that make life a little bit nicer.
So this room is essentially identical minus a few things.
Yeah. So we have our own AC unit,
which is new. Before in the 2400, there's a skylight there.
Yeah, and again, that's why it's a 50 amp service.
Because of the two ACs.
You have to have it. Yeah, 30 amp won't run two AC.
Ducting.
Here's your emergency exit window.
Okay.
Your blackout shades.
And your door from the outside.
Yeah.
That's the second.
If you want a TV in here, it goes right here. Just like in the bunk house. Now, one thing that's new,
and I am geeking out over this.
These cubbies. So each cubby has a USB. I don't know if there's a C.
Is there a light in there? I never looked.
No. This one doesn't have a C. No, it does. So it's got a traditional USB. It's got a USB-C, and it's got a power. So really nice.
Yeah, so that's identical to this side, which before there was nothing there but just the wall.
Yeah, so I would have my phone up here.
And I would have mine there on that ledge.
Yeah, and do you still have the power down below?
I do. So there's an outlet down here on this side.
Yeah, so you would have to you'd be waking up, taking off the covers, trying to sit up.
What's on this side? The outlet?
Outlets. Just outlets.
Just outlets,
yeah.
Okay.
To get to your phone, where now it's going to be right there,
like
at a residential.
Like we said, when you're middle-aged, stuff like that.
It really makes
a difference when you don't have to move.
Yeah. So you got your overhead storage. It goes all the way through to the other side.
Yeah.
Your closet.
And this is identical.
Yeah.
The closet is identical, and it's the same on the other side.
So you can hang clothes.
The difference now is
the drawers
are shorter
because of the cubbies.
But I would rather have those cubbies in shorter drawers.
Absolutely. You have this one. You have a night light or a mood light.
Mood light, yeah.
Ooh. And then just a light light.
Yeah, those I like. Those are exactly the same.
We've used those.
We do. Yeah, we did use those a lot.
Set the mood.
I don't know about setting the mood, but as a reading light.
You know.
So these again are the same.
Yeah, we have a topper for these. These mattresses are not comfortable, but if you get a foam top for these, it makes it actually pretty nice.
It does. Did we show that this has got like a?
I did.
Hanging rack. Okay. So yeah, pretty much the same minus the cubbies, and obviously the air conditioning unit.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
And just slight other minimal changes.
Yeah, I mean the TV location was over there on our 2400, but that's because there's a door there now.
Yeah, there's a door now where the TV was.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a lot of room around, unfortunately, but you know, enough to get through.
So we haven't camped in it yet.
No. We'll be doing that this weekend.
But it actually, what it's done is it's combined the things that we liked about both our previous trailers.
Yeah, we keep learning from each trailer what we like and don't like.
It's got a nice big fridge. It's got more floor space because of the bedroom in the back. I'm really digging the fact that the bathroom's there.
Yeah, I really liked, the things that I liked about this was the fact that the bathroom's here and the bunk room now, instead of just the bunks are just hanging out there as soon as you come through the door in the 2400.
Like on the 2400, the fridge was here
on this side,
and the dinette was here. So you would have to sit in the dinette to watch TV. Very uncomfortable. I mean, this is just luxurious.
It is,
the way it's set up. Whether you have the couch or the recliners, this is actually set up to where you can watch TV comfortably. It's pretty nice.
Well, and you're gaining with that 5 feet just more living area.
Yeah.
Which is what I wanted with, having the two dogs in here.
And the key is going to be, so we would all sit at the table. And then you had one of the dogs was under the table. And the other dog was
in front of the table.
Right in front of the table. And they're going to do the same thing.
But there's more.
But there's other places to be.
Yeah, so it'll be a little more comfortable, I think.
And before, so this TV will come and it'll come all the way over here. So if you imagine or watch the other video, the bunk was here, and inevitably our child would have his feet out. It was, and then this was the only entry and exit. It was not convenient or comfortable. And I think this is going to fix it.
I think it's going to be better, yeah. Now, here in another 3 years, we're probably going to say we're going to downsize again.
Yeah, and we'll be making another video, and you all can laugh at us.
Yeah, we can't figure out what we're doing. But I will say, in closing, that 2400 is a great trailer. A great trailer. It just ended up, especially as much as we use it, because, again, we do a cross-country trip every year. That's 2 months, essentially, of traveling and using the trailer. Yeah, because we use it when we get there too. So, it just having a little more space, I think, is going to just make it a lot better. But I don't want to take anything away from that 2400, because if you don't need a lot of space, it is a great, great trailer, and it held up wonderfully. And I think that's the key, because
the Wildwood did not.
The quality, we just noticed a lot more quality with Grand Design, and that's why we went with a second one. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
I will link the Grand Design, the other Grand Design, the 2400. I'll link the Wildwood too if you want to see that, just for kind of comparison. And I'll probably link our tire blow video as well.
Yeah.
That happened on the
if you're thinking about getting into
trailering.
RV.
Yeah, RVing.
Be aware of this exploding tire thing.
Yeah,
it can be devastating.
It is. That was traumatic, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah,
so
and we were lucky.
We were lucky that we didn't have it worse than it was. But anyway, we'll close this out. It's a super long video.
There's no way to shorten it.
There's a lot of stuff to show in here, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, as always, for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.